welcome back to Beyond the Sale, the podcast for Northern Arizona realtors who want to leave with purpose, market with creativity, and grow beyond the transaction. I'm your host, Michelle Linton, president of the Northern Arizona Association of Realtors here in Flagstaff. Today's episode is all about AI for agents, specifically how you can start using ChatGPT to streamline your business, create better marketing, and save a ton of time without losing personal touch that makes you great at what you do. I'm not doing this alone. I'm joined by someone who lives and breathes being a realtor. And she is Dusty Rhoton. Thank you for being here. Dusty is a past president and also co-chair of our professional development committee.
Thank you, President Linton, for having me on today's podcast. I'm excited to be here.
It is my honor. You've always been at the forefront of realtor education. Let's start with the big question. Why should realtors even care about ChatGPT?
Because ChatGPT is everywhere. It's a growing thing that everybody's going to need to use. We're constantly trying to adapt and pivot our business to stay on top of forms, technology. So this is a technology that you're going to need to stay on top of in order to keep going with your business and stay competitive in the market.
We do a lot of things, wear a lot of hats as realtors.
We do.
All right, well, let's set the stage for the 4 keys, which are prime, prompt, polish, and it's like getting the plus one, publish. Thank you. The 4 P's, prime, prompt, polish, and publish. We're going to start talking about the first one, prime. This is the first step. This is where you give it a role in a context, like act as a real estate copywriter or a social media expert. Dusty, what would you coach other realtors to be clear and ask ChatGPT for?
One of the top ones that I see people ask is if their business is a little slow or they're having difficulty in subsegment of it, they can ask ChatGPT, what can I do to be a better realtor? How can I attract sellers? What steps can I take to make my business better or bigger or stronger or faster? And then another one is you probably want to use it to write something that will make it easier for you to get through something that was difficult for you to do.
I love that one. I do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our second command for chat would be prompt. Now that you've primed it, you want to give it a clear prompt. Tell it what to do. Dusty, what are some of your go-to prompts or favorite ways you've seen agents use ChatGPT effectively?
Well, you need to have it with different roles. So you might call it to write a blog post for you, or you want it to write an MLS listing description in 800 characters so it'll fit right into your MLS description on the Flex MLS system. So it's done in like 12 seconds. That's really a big popular one. Or to describe a house that's really difficult to describe, it can help you. So you need prompts so that it can help you to get it out there into the universe.
Number 3, polish. Add that human touch. This is where you polish what ChatGPT gives you. Add your local expertise, your voice, your personality. Dusty, this ties to something that I love that you teach, which is the 25-50-25 rule. Can you walk us through it?
Yes. So the first 25% is you're telling it what role it's going to play. I want to write a blog post or whatever you want it to do, Facebook, Instagram post. Then your prompt, you're putting in all the information. So that's your 25%. Then 50% is ChatGPT analyzing, rationalizing, reasoning, and coming back and doing all the work that it throws back at you. And then the final 25% is you have to check it and polish it and make sure that it's correct and accurate, because it's not always going to be perfect. And you want to add the human touch, because if everybody writes a listing description exactly the same, they're all going to look exactly the same. And we need to have unique marketing. So you need to kind of add that little spin to it.
Yes, it's that final polish that turns the good script into one that converts.
Right.
Right?
Right.
All right. So number 4 prompt is publish. Put it out there. whether that's a post, a listing, a client email, get it out there into the world. Dusty, for agents who may be nervous to go live with an AI content output, what would you say to help them get over that hump?
They just have to be confident and give it a try. It's just one task that you're asking it to do. And it's kind of like having an assistant that works for you for free 24/7. They never call in sick. They don't steal the pens off your desk. And you're just asking them something to do and then just try it. And it's fun. It's easy. It's really not difficult at all. I can show anybody how to do it in 15 minutes.
I love that. That makes it feel so accessible. But there's also something important we need to talk about when it comes to ChatGPT is that sometimes it can hallucinate. Fill our listeners in on what that hallucination means to them.
So hallucination is huge because a lot of people think they have a misconception that ChatGPT, if they kicked it back out, then it must be exactly right. And that's not the case. And if you put something in there and it comes back, it might say that there's a new state law or something. That's not may not necessarily be true. It's just pulling the data from, the MLS stuff. And you know how it is if somebody writes an MLS listing out there and they say it has a 3-car garage, but it really doesn't have a 3-car garage. ChatGPT is going to pull that and say, yeah, this one has a 3-car garage, and it really doesn't. And that's why it's so important for you to check because it only can give you back the information that it can pull. And so that's why it's really important for you to check it.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff out there on the internet that may not be true.
Right.
We gotta check it. And we gotta treat it as like a first draft from an assistant, right? It's not the gospel truths, but
Yeah, let's
trust it, try to trust it, verify it. Um, Absolutely. Tell us about your deed fraud experience with ChatGPT.
So yes, this was in a recent deed fraud class that I was just in, and they were talking about, how you get the texts and the emails from the people that are trying to steal people's houses and land, and it comes over and it's really poor English. And it uses the word like kindly, which is a common word that a lot of the scam people use. And so they're now using Chat GPT to sound more like us when we're talking. But because they don't check it and do that final step of polish, the word kindly is still in there and it still has some of that poor grammar because they don't know how to correct that. So that's really important to look at as well because now the scammers, the bad guys are getting really good at being bad. So you have to check those kind of things too because they're trying to use Chat GPT to get better well.
It's never ending. That's why we always need to stay up to date.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that story with us.
Yeah, that was huge.
Well, thank you for going beyond the sale today with us, Dusty, and sitting down and talking about AI. Dusty will be joining us on our next episode as well as we dive a little bit deeper into doing a marketing plan with ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's so easy. Do it in advance and have it done for a cool month.
Absolutely great. Get there. Here's what I want every agent listening to take away from today. ChatGPT is not here to replace your experience, your instinct, or your relationships. It's here to help you scale them. With the right prompts, a little polish, it can help you market faster, write better, and show up more consistently. But at the end of the day, it's your human touch that clients will remember. Dusty, thank you for sharing your wisdom and reminding all of us that professionalism and progress go hand in hand. And to all of you tuning in, your homework is just to try it. Ask ChatGPT to write a listing description or an Instagram caption or a blog post about your favorite Flagstaff neighborhood. Then put your spin on it and hit publish. I'm Michelle Linton, president of Northern Arizona Association of Realtors and your host for Beyond the Sale. We'll see you next time when we talk about using AI to map out an entire month of content in under an hour. It's going to be good.